Do you ever find yourself in this endless cycle of being with the wrong partners, being with the wrong people, or maybe you're about to possibly get married, or you're about to pop the question and get engaged, and you're sitting there thinking like, is this the right person? Am I doing the right thing? Or maybe you're afraid that you're about to get engaged too, and you're like, I don't know, is this the right person? This video, I think, would be helpful to you if that's any of those scenarios. What I found after my divorce is I asked myself several questions. What could I have done differently? What should I have done differently? And one of the questions that came up in my mind was, did I pick the right person? Why didn't we seem compatible? What went wrong? How come I picked somebody that was nothing like me? And what I found in that journey was a lot of this came from myself. This came from me and the decisions I made early in life and some of my child programming that I received. And I had a developed opinion of myself because I had low self-value because of the decisions I made. And for that, I didn't feel like I deserved certain people. And I had some really great people in my life. I pushed them out. And it was for those reasons. And knowing that, you can understand that if you end up with someone that's like that, they may have pushed you out and you took it personal, but you don't realize that they're damaged and broken and they have a low self-opinion of themselves, low self-esteem. And learning this, it gives you a couple of advantages. And I'm going to give you some of the information that I got in the books that I read to help me understand this. The advantage it gives you is, one, when you get on the right path and you start to really pay attention to yourself and become a better person for other people, you have that confidence and you have that mindset that you're valuable. You're going to bring value to the relationship. So when you meet somebody and you look at them and you're like, gosh, they're high value, you're like, that's okay, because I'm going to bring more value to that relationship. Instead of looking at yourself like, oh man, I'm a dirtbag, I did this and I did that, they can do better than me. And if you're a good person, you're going to push them away. You're going to get rid of them because you don't feel like you deserve them. And maybe in that state of mind, maybe you don't. Maybe they do deserve something better, something that's not damaged. So doing this stuff and learning about yourself and becoming a better person and going through this process of self-development gives you the confidence that you are a better person and that you are bringing something to the table of high value. So that way when you meet those great people, you feel compatible. Then it gives you a better opportunity or a better fighting chance to end up in a relationship with somebody with a healthy mind. And these are things that we don't realize, but we go into relationships thinking we're going to fix people. We see their potential, and that's a wonderful thing. It's a very loving thing. Like, oh, this person could be this, or this person could be that. Odds are, if they're not that right now, and they're not on some kind of plan to improve it, they're never going to be. They don't see an issue with it. And then, let's say you fast forward a few months, and you decide to start changing because you want them to change. What's going to happen is they're going to see you change and they're going to take offense to it because they're not ready to change and they don't think anything's wrong with them, and they're going to think you're trying to make them look bad, and there's going to be constant tension, and it's probably going to lead to a breakup and end the relationship. So what I learned was, get in front of this. Identify that you need to find people compatible with everything, whether it's your physical appearance, like does the person like to work out like you? Do they take care of themselves? Don't think you're going to inspire them to do it. If they don't do it now, they probably won't do it. If they like to go to church or don't go to church and you think you're going to convince them, you're probably not, and it's going to be a contention point. It's going to be a fight. If maybe they like dogs and you don't, none of that stuff is going to change. None of it's going to get fixed, and it's only going to create contention points. So it's really important that you find things that you're compatible with another person. And I would say the most valuable thing in compatibility is your mindset on self-development. How do you both feel about it? Do they think they're just the bee's knees and they don't need to do anything else? You're going to struggle with that person if you're on a self-development journey and you think we can always improve, we can always be better. These are things that are you really got to hone in on, and you can't until you understand them. So one of the first books that I would recommend to you would be Awaken the Giant Within. It is by Tony Robbins. You can buy this and read it, but I would recommend that you get the Audible. The Audible is really interesting. It's some of his seminars, and he explains what he's teaching in his seminars. Really helpful. He talks about neural programming and how we learn stuff at a young age and how to de-learn it, how to get it out of our system. And it's interesting knowing that we can get rid of it. Because I think a lot of us have this notion in our mind, whoever we are now is who we're going to be forever, and there's no changing it. And these books help you understand how you can change it. Another influencer that I think would be really valuable for you to listen to is Dr. Joe Dispenza. And you can check his stuff out on YouTube. Really interesting. But he talks about how we have control over changing the programming in our mind, and it really accents well what Tony Robbins does. I'm a big fan of both of them. I think they both teach this information really well and help you understand what you can do, what you are, how to correct it, what to look for. And I think the deeper understanding you have on the topic, the easier it is to understand everything that I've just explained today. You can really hone in on what are you going to do to improve yourself, and then you can really look at other people and identify what they are or are not doing. And you can really see where your conflict and your areas where you guys are going to fight or are going to have resistance are going to show. So I would highly recommend you source out those two people. I'll attach the book and maybe a link to one of Joe Dispenza's down in the information below so you can check it out. But these were two people that I felt did a really good job on that, and I think will help you too. If you're getting into a situation where you're about to pick your relationship, or honestly, study this stuff if you've been through divorce. It really helps you understand what went wrong, and you feel less attached to the problem. Not that you realize you could have done something different, and it's not like a lack of growth opportunity or improvement opportunity, but you realize that you were under a condition that you didn't have control of because of lack of knowledge. So this gives you that ability to raise that knowledge level and become somebody that's equipped and capable and ready to find the person that they're going to spend their time with. And it's incredibly valuable that you do that for yourself and for the people you're with, for your kids. Divorces suck. They're very painful. It's hard on the kids. It's hard on the parents. There's nothing good about it. And if you get in front of this thing and do the right thing on the front, you can have way better odds of finding that person that you're going to stick with, stay with, and grow with. So hopefully you found some value in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Facebook. I'll keep it private. If you want to put it in the messages here, I'll answer them as well. I also like to get your guys' feedback, because then I can know exactly what type of video I should make to help other people see where I got my information. I'm not implying that I'm some wizard that knows all this. What I'm telling you is I've read a lot and studied a lot on this topic, and chances are if you're struggling in a certain area, I can steer you in the direction of some information that'll probably be very helpful to you. So I'd encourage you to reach out. I'd love to help people solve their problems where I can, and use the pain that I've went through in this life to help others avoid that pain. So thanks for checking it out. Have a good one.